And starting off, let's dive into Kings versus Warriors. This is going to be a fun series. In my mind, it's going to be a long series, but I will take the Warriors in 7 games. I have faith that the Kings definitely do have a chance in this series, but I am going to go with Golden State. You're probably going to hear a lot of people say this, but I don't trust the Kings defense, especially on the perimeter versus a great shooting team that we know of in Golden State. I just don't trust them to keep the Warriors contained from outside, and if the Warriors can spread the Kings defense out, that leaves room for them to attack the basket. And look, the Kings don't do well when you can attack the basket versus them, so I think this could be a complete offensive performance from the Warriors. But I do trust the Kings offensively to keep them in this series. I do trust them in that way. They were the best offense in the league this year. Having DeAaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis and having the shooters that you have around them is good for this team, and I think it will keep them in this series. But I think the Warriors having the better defense, having the experience, and being able to really get what they want on the outside, knowing that they have Steph and Clay and Jordan Poole and Dante DiVincenzo, and having Andrew Wiggins will win them this series in 7 games, everybody. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. This should be a fun series, everybody. Moving on though, let's go on to Nuggets versus Timberwolves. I think this is a really intriguing series. The Timberwolves just came off of a really good game versus the Thunder. And man, can I just say, I think they can make some noise versus the Nuggets in this series. And you know what? Given that, I will take the Timberwolves over the Nuggets in 7 games here in the first round, everybody. Yes, I'm taking the Timberwolves over Jokic-led Nuggets. Look, man, defensively, I just do not trust the Nuggets enough to pull out this series versus the Timberwolves. If you allow Karl Anthony Towns to eat in the paint, he will. And let's not forget, this is a dude that can kick it out to the perimeter and make you work there. I just don't trust Jokic versus Karl Anthony Towns. I just don't trust the Nuggets as a whole to contain Karl Anthony Towns or even Rudy Gobert in that painted area. Now, post All-Star break, the Nuggets haven't necessarily been a good team when it comes to defending the paint. I believe they're 23rd in the league when it comes to giving up a bunch of paint points, everybody. And if you want to pay all your attention to Karl Anthony Towns, then the Timberwolves do have other guys that can make you pay on the perimeter. Michael Conley has been really good as an all-around offensive player, but also has been making his shots from 3. Taurean Prince is also been someone who has been making his shots from 3 and has been kind of effective on defense. You know what Anthony Edwards can do. Nickeil Alexander-Walker looked pretty good. When I look at the Timberwolves, not only can they complement Karl Anthony Towns well and score the ball, but they have been playing some good perimeter defense as of late, and I think they will be able to limit what the Nuggets can do on the perimeter. I think defensively, I think Rudy Gobert could hold his ground in this series versus Jokic. I don't think he shuts Jokic down, but I think he does enough to limit Jokic to the point where he's not absolutely killing the Timberwolves. And look, I know they got Jamal Murray, I know they got Caldwell Pope, Aaron Gordon could do some damage, and Michael Porter Jr. is also a dog over there in Denver, everybody. But like I said, I trust the Timberwolves perimeter defense to limit what the Nuggets can do on the outside, everybody. Like I said, get ready. I think an upset is coming. I'll take the Wolves in 7 games. Moving on though, let's go to Suns versus Clippers, everybody. I think this is going to be one of the more fun series out of the playoffs here in the first round, other than the Cavs and Knicks series, everybody. I think people are underestimating the Clippers a little bit too much. I know they don't have Paul George, and people are kind of questioning how they can match up offensively with what the Suns have offensively with Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. But me personally, even without Paul George, offensively for the Clippers, I'm not that worried, because I believe that around Kawhi and with their depth pieces offensively and even defensively, I think they are setting up shop greatly to be able to counter what the Suns have offensively. Look, man, there are 2 things when I'm looking at the Clippers that I think will win them this series in 7 games, everybody. One, it is their shooting and their scoring ability and their depth around Kawhi Leonard. I think this team can shoot the 3 ball really well, and I think given that the Suns have a weak perimeter defense, I think the Clippers will be able to spread the Suns out and allow Kawhi Leonard and Bones Island and even Russell Westbrook, who's been playing well, to attack the paint and also have shooters around them that can knock down the shots when they need to knock down those shots. So I know people have questions of whether the Clippers offense can match up with what the Suns have offensively, but I think with what they have in terms of depth offensively and even defensively, I think they'll be able to surmount and match up with what the Suns have offensively and be able to make up for not having Paul George. Now, defensively, I think they have the bodies to throw at Chris Paul, throw at Devin Booker, and throw at Kevin Durant, everyone, and even DeAndre Ayton. He's going to be going against Zubac. Zubac is an incredible defender. Kawhi Leonard will be able to handle Kevin Durant. And Norman Powell, he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to try and hold Devin Booker in check and keep him from galvanizing this series. The Clippers have defenders. You got Eric Gordon who can defend a little bit. Terrence Mann can defend Chris Paul. So look, everybody, I think that the Clippers' depth, shooting, scoring complements, defense, and ability to exploit the Suns' perimeter defense will win them this series. They have bodies to throw at Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Chris Paul. And look, Kawhi has guys around him that you just don't want to dare to shoot. And Bones Island and Russell Westbrook at those point guard positions on offense are also guys that I think will be effective X factors in this series. So look, man, the Suns have incredible dynamic offensive firepower, and this will go to 7 games because the Suns are so great offensively. But I do believe that the Clippers having better depth and better perimeter defense will help them prevail in this one. And look, Tyronn Lue is also a great adjustment maker, so that is a strength for the Clippers. And who knows, maybe Paul George comes back for game 6 or 7, everybody. But that's my prediction for Clippers versus Suns. Now let's go to this one. Everybody should be excited for this matchup right here. It's Lakers versus Grizzlies. Now listen, man, this series has the potential to be crazier than Cavs and Knicks, Clippers, Suns, Warriors, Kings. I am really excited for this series between the Grizzlies and the Lakers, everybody. But look, who am I going to take to win? I will take the Lakers over the Grizzlies here in the first round in 7 games. When I'm looking at the Lakers and the Grizzlies, these are both teams that really like to attack the paint and run their offense from the basis of that. When I'm looking at the Lakers, I think they'll be able to do that somewhat in this series, have success with it, and allow their offense to really feed off of what they do in the paint. Jaren Jackson is always in foul trouble. It's going to be very hard to stay out of foul trouble when you're guarding Anthony Davis. And the Grizzlies also will not have Steven Adams, will not have Brandon Clark. Therefore, they are going to lack some consistent defensive rotation there in the paint for them. And look, Xavier Tillman's there, but I don't see him dealing with Anthony Davis for an entire 7-game series. So I think the Lakers being able to run the paint offensively with LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Roy Hachimura will go well for them. I think they'll have success at it, and I think their offense will feed off of it. Now, when it comes to the Grizzlies constantly attacking the paint with Ja Morant, I think the Lakers are well equipped to not allow the Grizzlies to have tons of success in that area. I do feel that the Lakers do have the defenders to be able to at least limit Ja Morant's efficiency of driving the basket and attacking the rim and allowing the Memphis Grizzlies offense to open up in that way. With Jarrett Vanderbilt being able to limit him, with Austin Reeves being able to do a little bit of work on Ja Morant, Tyus Jones, or whoever you want to name. Same thing goes for Dennis Schroeder, who's been playing some pretty good defense on the perimeter as of late. I trust that the Lakers defense that's been playing really well down the stretch, I trust that they can at least limit what the Grizzlies do in the paint. And look, the Grizzlies are not a great 3-point shooting team. Aside from Luke Kennard and then Desmond Bane, they are not a great spot-up shooting team. So the Lakers are going to dare them to shoot. I would not allow Luke Kennard to be dared to shoot. Same thing with Desmond Bane, and the Lakers have to be aware of that. But this is a team that does like to dare shooters who aren't great to shoot. So I expect the Lakers to do that and put their focus and energy into the paint. I have faith in their defense in this one, and I believe that their offense can get going in this one, everybody. This is going to be a close series, but I think LeBron being who LeBron is, and then all the other factors I just named, I will take the Lakers in 7 games, everybody.